briefly go through resume and cover letter, and I just want to make the session more interactive so that you can share your resume and let me know how you can add more things to it and any queries with the testing. So, perfect. Let me share my screen. So, this is my, I'm showing my resume only, what I'm adding to it, just as a template. And uh, I will also, Isha shared me a very nice resume template, which I will share, which covers everything. So here, first you should be having your personal details, your name, address, mobile number, LinkedIn profile or email where the recruiter can contact you. So a brief, very brief. You don't have to write a paragraph, one or two liner. You just have to showcase how many years of experience you are having. So like I was having experience 2 years of experience as a .NET developer, and rest of the experience with tester. Earlier I added that, but I was looking com- uh, purely to testing jobs, so I just added my testing experience only. So it just depends on you. If you are like some people are having mixed kind of experience, like 4 years in testing and 2 years in BA. So you can add your years of experience here. Then skills, technical plus functional. You don't have, yeah, it's just that very brief. What kind of languages you know, what kind of environment you worked on, tools. Tools are the main important thing since like nowadays there are so many tools for testing purpose. Like it's not only the tool where you write test cases, but there are many things involved. Like you should be aware of what is Agile, Jira, Confluence. Like for logging events, you should be knowing Splunk. Now AWS or Azure, Paper Trail, SQL Server is very, very important. And these were the tools I should update it more since I'm working on more tools nowadays. Test Trail, you can add any test. Most of the people write in test trail, Q test, HPQCILM. So there are many tools available for writing test cases. You can add that. Database, SQL Server, someone's also work in Oracle DB, so you can add that. Software methodology, Agile. Waterfall is the old one, but I used to work on that, Agile and Waterfall. So very brief, these were the tools, these were the environments, and these are the language which I'm aware of. Functional sketch set, you can see the template of any of the testing resume, and you can add and manipulate those things like root cause analysis for client applications, assuring no escape defects, performance optimizing optimized deliverables, experience in manual testing. I was looking at purely manual testing jobs, so I just removed my automation experience here. Experience in manual testing of GUI and functional aspect of web-based application, training and assessing new like if you are having more experience, like more than 6 years or 5 years, you can say that I have there were more people under me, so I managed those 2 or 3 people. And then you should mention all your projects, like here, work history, starting with the present one and then the old one. You just like you might have worked on, like you will think that points are getting repetitive, which is that you have to change the language. Like this is I'm working as an integration tester here, so it was quite different here than my last these two. So I'll quickly go through it. Like system integration, analyzing business requirements, working closely with the BA team, end-to-end test, constructing, developing test plans, test estimations, writing, where do you write your test cases, then you can writing complex SQL queries, paper trail for error logs or Splunk running Splunk queries. Postman, I just use Postman as a API for API testing. There's one more I'm using, Runscope or Swagger. Then like I have mentioned AWS, so we are using CloudWatch Matrix, then alarms, creating alarms, and many other things. So you can add that. Commerce Cloud, Salesforce, Commerce Cloud, I'm using that. So I haven't been working on purely on Salesforce Commerce Cloud, so I've mentioned knowledge of. So in case in interview, they will ask me what kind of things you see in Commerce Cloud, I should be able to answer it. Like I just know these is thing. I'm not completely confident in it, but these are the things which I look while I'm working on any kind of project. Then mobile app testing, Android and iOS. If you're having automation experience in mobile, you can mention it. This is important. Like your these statements will be kind of similar. It's just that recruiter will be focused on these things, what kind of tools you have worked on. Since in your JD also, they might have mentioned that do you have this experience? Do you have that experience? So it becomes easy for a person to just check like what kind of tools you have worked on. So they might be able to get to know if you are having knowledge of those tools or not. Same for agile product, business requirements, web-based application, test data creation, updating, knowledge of SQL, defect daily basis, functional testing, regression, user acceptance. You will see similar kind of statements. It's just that you should write your client, your date, and what was your role, like test engineer, then test analyst, then integration senior analyst. Just finish. Tools worked on. This was kind of support and tester. So I've mixed that thing. And then your accomplishments. If you have grabbed any award, even if you don't have, so you can say grab multiple client appreciation mails owing to quality of work delivered. I got unit level award. I attached to my LinkedIn profile if they want to see it. Your certifications. I gave Python certification also, but I didn't prepare for it. So that's why if you're not confident of any kind of thing, like I gave Python certification long back and I didn't have time to review all the interview questions. So I just simply omitted it. If there's any job which asks for it, so you can give a certification and prepare for that. Your education and references available on this. So it's 2 page. You shouldn't have any resume which is more than 2 pages. And this is the cover letter if any recruiter asks for it. So it should be one liner that I'm submitting it for the position of this. I'm having this years of experience. That and the following skills and are some skills and highlights of my qualification experience. This and normal liner. So I will prove available addition to your company in general kind of thing.
I can't view the cover.
The video is not very clear, Harneet. It's pretty dull.
Not sure. I can stop sharing and share it again. Since are you able to see it?
Yeah, now it's better. Yeah.
So it's a normal 1 page, half page kind of thing, the cover letter. You should mention your years of experience and the skills and just highlights of. You don't have to mention the whole projects which you have worked on, the clients. Just that normal highlights, like I'm having this kind of experience, and normal liner. I'm having, well, I'll be valuable addition to your company, and then I would be delighted to get an opportunity to meet you as personally. Just normal, if they ask for. Basically, it's the first step. Resume writing is the first step to your job process. Just keep these things in mind. First, check JD, what they are asked, what they have asked for. If there's automation, like nowadays, like if there are 10 testing job, only two will be manual one. Even if it's manual one, they ask if you can maintain the test cases. Since every company has got automation frameworks, so they will expect you to have kind of past experiences. Even if you can't develop any framework, you can at least try to maintain already developed framework. So this one, it's a check, and you can check in the details and see if these things are present in your resume. So it should have a latest format. So you can check the format from Google. Length, it shouldn't exceed 2 pages. PDF unless asked for Word. Yeah, it's good if you share your PDF profile. I don't know why I showed you my this Word format, but I usually send my resume in PDF format. Easy to read. Don't make it complex. Don't use complex wordings. Includes name, email, phone, address, LinkedIn profile, and see if your LinkedIn profile can be made clickable and should be working. Career objective, use a headline, which I did, just 1 or 2 lines, not more than that. Don't write paragraph. Profile summary, it's kind of thing, same. You can add career objective or profile summary. I just integrated as 2 liner, my career objective and profile. Company project wise experience, company client, your education, certification, courses you have worked on. Like you, someone mentioned they have got 1 year of experience as internship, and if you don't, if you're having a gap, you can add that. These were the courses which I did, and from Simply Learn or from Udemy, you
Mhm.
can mention that. Soft skills, technical skills, tools are very, very important. Uh, Remove hobbies and interest. Yes, this is complete no-no. Career objective, total years of experience, and main responsibilities highlighted. Like in my resume, added responsible for this, analyzing business requirement, working closely with BA. So you just mentioned what kind of responsibilities you were doing, and if, like I will also take one another course for um, how to like interview tips. Not like it will take time, but I will be having one more. I will take one more session with interview tips. So I will that might be helpful for you. You can justify your resume. And what more? I'm just having 5 minutes. Let me complete it first. Experience, accomplishment, achievements during your project, not just what you have worked. Yes. Like you can mention that, like with AP automation thing, which I'm currently working on. So it has what it has created, like how it has increased performance, it has reduced the work. We are getting more time now to accomplish more tasks. You can add such kind of things if you have done any kind of POC or something like that. Increase performance on this. Make a resume for the job you are applying in. Like if it's a manager role, mentioning too much development can confuse the recruiters. Like the one, yeah, you can't add your hospitality experience, since you can just mention in the interview that currently I'm working on that. But yeah, it's difficult if you mention it in a resume. Highlight relevant experience and mention the first few bullets. No spelling mistakes, grammar errors, LinkedIn link is working, keywords are highlighted. So you can highlight and bold few things in your resume which you want to showcase. Make sure you can support what you have written. So if you are not sure what, uh, even if you have worked on something, some tool, but you're not sure about if you are able to answer to any of the question which recruiters, don't mention it in your resume. We are just left with 1 minute.